So, man, stupid. Hello, this is Tim the Bishop. May 14th, 1994. There's very few tapes I ever make in the month of May, but thought I had more coke than that. But go ahead and make one for you now, because got a lot of stuff to talk about. I just got so much to say and so little time to say it. None of that striking and reversing crap. I haven't watched Willy Wonka since that time. We watched it at Darlene's house. I'm just organizing my tapes today because Mom and Steve were down at the Oldies concert. It's about 7:04 right now. They're supposed to be back at midnight. They left at about 2 o'clock, so they left me playing Sonic the Hedgehog. And then Mary wanted to work on a movie, so I quit at the end of level 4 and let her start on it. And now she's like working on her ending credits, and she's got to go through to see what all she's got to thank and all that stuff. So she'll be doing that. So I'm gonna sit up here and make a tape and take advantage of the situation. Plus, Dennis the Menace comes on at 8 o'clock, so Mom and Steve want us to record that. So I might watch that. I don't know. I might just sit up here and make another tape. I don't know, or whatever it takes. But anyway, yeah, this burp coming already from this coke. So here you go. Pure and simple for your enjoyment. Like Coach Cash, he says, free of commercials for your enjoyment. Well, anyway, let me see what else I can talk. Well, yesterday, I'll tell you about yesterday in physics. I hate to just jump in the middle of somewhere, but yesterday in physics we went to the library, and we were playing piano. First Gabriel sat down, and Michelle Roberts and all that, and Richard Vickery was standing back there, and he said, y'all move out of the way and let Tim play. And I don't know how he knew that I was so good at piano. I think it had something to do with when we were at church, and he heard me playing it one time, because he used to be in my Sunday school class. I don't know if I ever told you about that, but in the short time that I was there, he was in there. Who knows if Jamie Sorrow was also in there? You never know. But anyway, So anyway, he said, move over and let Tim play, and I was like, well, I don't really know how to play that well, but eventually I got my courage up enough to sit down and start playing it when Gabriel left, and Myra Watson came in and she started playing that little song, and she was trying to figure out a chord to it, and she couldn't figure it out, and just by listening I could tell what the chord was, so I told her E-B-E, and all of a sudden I was up there playing it together with her, and I played the background, and she played the foreground to the song they play on Big. That was fun. I don't know, it's one of the best moments we've ever had to go together. We were working as a team to play this song, you know. I mean, it's not that I'm in love with her or anything. I mean, it would have been even cooler if me and Jamie Sorrow could have gotten up there and done it, but I don't know if Jamie Sorrow can play piano. She probably can. She can do just about anything. Right now on VH1, Jonathan Ross is interviewing Gloria Estefan, so I'm just gonna sit here and make this tape. Let me see. They had the softball game yesterday. I didn't get to tell you about this in my diary because it was after I finished writing it, but... Well, first of all, it started in algebra. We went to the computer lab. Jamie wasn't there. She was off in one of them stupid class things again, but it turns out what class was selling drinks at the softball game, so that's why she had to leave. But even when the other people in class came back to algebra, she didn't come back. They had come, so I had to sit there and play bombs. Well, Carlos was there, and he was really nice to me. First, we were outside of algebra class, and he said, are you ready for the trip? He meant the senior trip. Oh, you know, I'm not going on the senior trip, but I told him, yeah, I didn't want to tell him I'm not going, you know, because... I don't know, but anyway, I said I think we're supposed to be going to the lab today. You know, I wanted to impress him and make him think that I do talk some. I'm not some silent person. So I said I think we're going to the lab today. And it turns out we were, so we stood outside the lab, and Miss Howard came and said, what are y'all standing out here for? And they said, you said we were going to go in here today, so she opened the door and let us go in. I played bombs and Tetris most of the time. First I started playing Tetris, and in the meantime, some juniors and freshmen and sophomores from other classes, and Mr. Baggle's class and all that came in when they had lunch, and they watched me play Tetris, and they were like, God, and I looked back at it, and I was coming out of my shell, you know, just demonstrating further my new ability that I seem to have just recently acquired. But anyway, I played bombs most of the time. I almost got one of the moderate screens filled up, but nothing else really happened. I don't know. But anyway, well, let me see. Well, let's see. So while I was thinking about the bombs game, about some situation. But anyway, after that was a softball game. I went outside. I didn't know where to go. I was just doodling around. I saw that one girl that sits in the library. I think she liked the kind of piano playing I was doing at lunch, because I was doing all kinds of stuff. Everything I'd ever been taught I was doing up there. All by myself, too. I was playing it by myself in front of all those people. They didn't seem to mind what I was playing. I played We Don't Talk Anymore one time, and I didn't play the background. I figured, how the heck with that? And the physics field trip we were been planning on so long, we finally decided to throw that out. You know, I knew it was coming. I knew we were going to throw it out eventually. You know, we're just forgetting, you know, because it's not really that important. But anyway. But anyway. we went out there, and I just went over to the parking lot. Well, anyway, for some reason, I think that girl I was telling you about, I think she likes me or something. I think it's like Melody Roach, I think is her name. She was Laurie Roach's sister. I think she likes me, I don't know, but when I looked over at her one time, she was smiling. She was enjoying my music. Either that or she was enjoying that book she was reading. But anyway, when I went out to the softball game on the way out there, I saw her, and she was looking at me, but I don't know. But anyway, well, sorry for the loud noise, but anyway, I went over to one of those trucks out there. It was Jamie Coward's truck, and they were playing some country music in there. So I figured, just stand here and pretend like I really enjoy this or something. Anyway, I just stood out there for a while. And I took out my drawing to sort of get some attention, and then I saw some seniors sitting over there in a truck that was behind hers. It turned out that was Ryan Wood's truck, and so I sat there I stood beside the truck, and there was Gabriel and Ben and Tim Niesler and his girlfriend and some other people sitting around it and on it. And so I just stood there the whole time, and there was Jamie Thorrow not more than 20 feet away over at the concession stand selling drinks. And I never did get up my courage to go over there and buy something. By the time I finally decided I was going to, they didn't have any more drinks. All they had was blow pops. I figured, well, I don't want that. So then after school, I went to the snack shack and got a Coke and 2 Twix bars. I mean, 2 packages of Twix bars. That's 4 Twix bars altogether, and I ate them all at the bus stop. So no wonder I'm getting so fat, and I start buying $1.50 worth of snacks every day. $7.50 a week, and I don't even make $5.50 anymore. She only gave us lunch money one day last week. So no wonder I don't have any money anymore. Besides, we took the SATs, man. I got to take the SATs this time. Just barely. I mean, I didn't find out until like May 1st that the SATs were going to be given on Saturday, May the 7th. So, and I didn't tell Mom and Steve about it until Friday night. I told Mom, guess what's happening Saturday? And she said, what? And I said, say the first 3 letters of Saturday. And she went, SAT. And then I told her, no, say the letters. And then she went, SAT. So that's how she found out. That's how I told her. So I wanted her to be able to say it instead of me. So anyway, I said, well, the cost is, and she said, do you need $20 for it? And I was like, no way, I need $50. It's a standby fee. I can't, you know. I mean, but anyway, So anyway, she said, well, can you just pay for it yourself? You know, she figured it was only $20. You know, I can afford 20. So I got like 80 up in my room. Plus, there's some other boy on the bus, man. He stole 20 bucks from me. And now the other people aren't even trying to stand up for me. All they're saying is, oh, can I borrow 20 bucks? Kidding around with me. It ticks me off about those people. It doesn't really tick me off. I'm not saying anything. I'll just let God do the rest of the work. He'll do something to reward me. Besides, Mom and Steve said they were going to give us $20 for helping them down at the park. They were going to give me and Mary both $10, and since Mary owed me $5, I gave her $5 and let Mom and Steve give me the whole $20, but they haven't even given that to me yet. So, and plus the SATs, I had to pay for that whole thing all by myself. So between the $20 that the boy on the bus stole and the $50 that I had to pay for the SAT, plus all the money I've been spending on snacks lately, I don't have anything left except for that pile of pennies down there, and that's Mary's. She gave it to me and said, will you give me 3 $1 bills for that? Well, I don't even have 3 $1 bills. I don't have any money in my name anymore except for that pile of change, and that's not even mine. I still owe Mary something for that. And it's not even $3 anymore because I spent half of it down at the snack shack yesterday. And all I got left besides that is like a bunch of pennies and those silver dollars and the $2 bill and all that stuff in my box on my shelf. So I don't have any money at all right now. I'm going to have to find some way to rack some up because if I don't have anything to buy a snack tomorrow with, I'm just going to have to use what's left of that change that Mary gave me. And I don't know. Well, Mom gave me lunch money Friday, and it's a good thing she did. I might not have anything right now. I probably got some change left over in my pocket. Well, I'll let Salvador borrow 20 of it because he wanted. Well, Vanessa, that was it. She said, can I borrow 50 cents? Everybody always lets you borrow. They don't never give it back either. I don't ever ask anybody to let me borrow 50 cents. They borrow more money from me than I could ever. Man, if everybody were to pay me back, Lamar, Salvador, Vanessa, Mitch, Cleve, you know, all those people, if they were all to give me back all the money they've ever borrowed from me, and Michael Ward too, all the money he's stolen, and plus that boy on the bus, I'd probably have about $50. Shoot, especially Lamar, boy, he's taking more money. He took that $1 out of my backpack when I wasn't even there that day. And Tabor told me about it. And he's always, I don't know why he knows so much about Lamar. It's the same thing with the poker game. Well, Cleve took that, not yesterday, but last Friday. And he hasn't given it back since, but on Thursday he asked me, what's the highest score you've ever gotten on it? So I figured, well, if he's asking me that, that must mean he's still playing, and at least I know he hasn't lost it, because if he had lost it, then that means he'd never give it back to me. But as long as he still has it, I know that he can still give it back to me if he wants to. So I know at least it's his choice. He has a choice to make at least. At least he has the option to give it back instead of that he lost it and he doesn't have the option. surprised Lamar hasn't taken it from him. Of course, he's kept it at home the whole time, and every day when I go out to that bus stop and sit out there in the sun because they won't ever park that truck in the shade no more. I guess they don't want the trees leaves falling in. I don't know what it is, but they parked it in the shade yesterday. But what happens is I try to get out there at the truck before Jamie Sorrow gets out, so that way I can wave to her. But either she gets out real early and gets out of there right in the moment the bell rings, or you sit out there for the entire 30 minutes and she never goes out there. You know, it's not that often that she comes out there between 3:15 and 3:20. Either she's gone right away or stay there until 4 o'clock. You know, who knows how long she stays there. Who knows how long those poor shirts have to be squeezed between her pants and her body. Boy, oh boy. I'll tell you what. Anyway, I've been song hunting all day today. I didn't find crap today. I'm telling you, I did not find crap. I just gave up. I mean, I looked through every single place, and nobody was playing anything. So I just started organizing my tapes. I'm getting sick of it, man. I'm going to sit here and song hunt if they ain't going to play nothing. I mean, come on. Shoot, I'm surprised they didn't even play Breathe Again or Said I Love You But I Lied or any of those songs. Thank goodness. All they were playing is these... I did record something. Now, they played What Becomes of the Broken Hearted, so I recorded that. Maybe that was last night, wasn't it? Because, these days I've been listening to that tape that I made. Every night when I go to bed, you know, I listen to this new music tape I got with Temptation Eyes and all that. That's probably my favorite song on that tape is Temptation Eyes. And they were playing it again yesterday. And then they also got Sad Eyes, so that's 2 songs about eyes. And they also got the one that says, oh no. That one comes along or something like that. It's sad to belong to someone else when the right one comes along is actually the words to it. So that one's about sad. And then there's Sad Eyes and there's Temptation Eyes. So there's 2 about sad and 2 about eyes. But there's no connection between this. Heaven only knows what the song is called. I mean, I don't think they could really make a song that's called It's Sad to Belong to Someone Else when the right one comes along and it takes 3 lines. I don't know. And all that's left is an unhappy ending. I got What Becomes of the Broken Hearted now in my mind. Those are the lines from that I remember. They keep going through my head. It makes me think of Jamie Sorrow, and it's just an unhappy ending. But I know what I'm going to write in her yearbook. I finally decided what I'm going to write in it. I'm going to write, I'll never forget you. That'll be my declaration of love. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to put, I mean, I know it probably will work. I mean, it'll show her something anyway. But I'm thinking of putting something in French, like Raison d'etre. I think Miss Pritchett taught us that one about reason for living. So, sorry about that. So I want to see if I can't find out if that's what that really means and then write it in her yearbook and tell her, Miss Pritchett will translate it for you next year. I gotta try to write it on the last day, you know, because I mean if she goes to Miss Pritchett and finds out what it means, it finds out that it means my reason for living, and she comes back the next day and I'm there, she's gonna be like, what is with him? You know, what if John sees that? I could be getting her in trouble, you know, what if John sees that? She's probably all kinds of people that are going to be writing stuff. I don't see how anybody can not like the girl. She's so perfect. I don't know how to describe her. I don't know. Whew. Well, I'm going pretty steady here. What else has been happening lately that I haven't told you about much? Any other daily aggravations or something? Boy, Mom's been getting this I mean, I've been thinking lately that it's so aggravating that we have to leave so early in the morning. I just listened to some tape where I say it's unfortunate that you have to get out of the shower. I mean, I was saying, boy, you're lucky if you can get out of the shower and it's 7:13 and you still have some time left to do something. Well, these days at 7:13, we're just about out the door. And everything has to be so precise. You know, you have to leave right at 7:15. I mean, at least in Athens, when we live 30 minutes away, it's like you could give or take 1 or 2 minutes, you know. Over here, you just can't do that. It's down to the 30 seconds, you know. I don't know, but, anyway. I'm just watching that stupid commercial again. They played, Take On Me, that video, on VH1 today. It's called, the group of videos they're playing is called Whatever Happens To, question mark. So it's like whatever happened to this video. And then they also played Mickey. The song Mickey. I like that song. I'm going to try to get that. It's played by Tony Basil. So I'm going to try to get that. And then, let me see, I might take a bath tonight. I might jack off. I got all kinds of things I kind of want to do, but I haven't decided yet. I don't know what the heck I'm going to do. I got so much stuff. I'm going to watch Mary's movie first. I'm excited to do that. And then I'm probably going to take a bath and make a tape or listen to one or go song hunting or something like I did last time. Just hope the stereo doesn't fall in. Let's see. Let's see. I don't know much else that happened in school lately. There's just been nothing much happening. We kind of went on this field trip in government to the Crawford Long Museum and walked around there, and then we rode the bus back and all that stuff. It's a good thing they at least gave us some transportation. I'm surprised they haven't made us drive down there. After listening to October 3rd, all that stuff about I hope they don't make something where you have to drive. And now I've been through 3 things where you're supposed to drive. Senior picture is 1. The AP exam is 2, and something else I think it was that I couldn't go to because I can't drive. Well, of course, the stuff about like bringing recyclables to Miss Davis's house, you have to drive to do that, but can't do that. Seems like there was something exciting that happened. Well, I've been bringing my flip books to school, the war and all that stuff. And that day we went to the library in physics. Lamar looked at one of mine, the war part 2, and then he never gave it back to me, so I didn't know where it was. But when I came back at lunch, it was sitting on the back shelf, so I went back and got it. And then Jeff Fricks comes in finally. He and I are getting to be some pretty good friends, I'll tell you. Trying to get to know him better. Give him my phone number or something. We can go over to each other's house once in a while. Or I can drive him over there. Of course, when am I ever going to learn to drive? It's too late. I'm fixing to get a job, and I'm fixing to have all kinds of crap to think about. It's about the only thing I got to think about. First, we got this the banquet that's coming up. The deadline to turn in money for tickets is Monday. And that's $24 right there because it's $8 a ticket, and I don't even know if they're going to give me mine or not. I mean, I know they're going to give you yours and everything, but Mom and Steve and Mary got to pay for theirs, so that's $24 sucked out of her pocket that she's got to have by Monday. I mean, no way she's going to get $24. There's no way. She's going to be asking me to pay for that, too. I hate to get mad at her and everything. I knew I was going to wind up saying this on a tape. Somehow I knew it when I was thinking about it yesterday at a softball game somewhere, but I'm thinking, they're taking my money for granted. They're taking it for granted that I'm going to be able to pay for all this school-related stuff, It's just not going to be like that very much longer. It can't be like that. I do not have any money at all. They still owe me $20. They probably forgotten about that. I don't care, though. Let God take care of it. He doesn't have to punish them or anything. It's not like they really promised it anyway. Besides, the love of money is the root of all evil. Well, anyway. Let me see. Well, no, on the Secret of Mana, I've been building a lot of experience. I'm just building off of rabbis, but it's not nearly as fast as I thought it would be, actually. I don't know. I've gotten to level 12, I think it is, 13 or something. And I've killed about 3,000 of them, but you can get that much experience just by killing 2 of those crabs in the fortress. I haven't even got enough to add up to what 2 of those crabs are worth. If you could start at the very beginning and go to that fortress, it'd be easy enough to kill them. Well, I guess it wouldn't be that easy, with that sword and everything. When they got 500 HP and you're only taking like 18. But after a while, you just get to the point where you can do it. I don't know, but if you could start there, and get 3,000 experience off of it, you'd have no problem at all after that. Once you get 3,000, the first 3,000 you get puts you up 10 levels or so. Then the next 3,000 probably puts you up to about 13. And after that, you gotta get 3,000 to for each level, it takes me 3 days just to get 3,000. I only get about 1,000 rabbits a day on the average. So it took me 3 years just to get to 1,000,000. For crying out loud. I haven't even played it yet today. I'm probably not going to get to play it today. Shoot. I don't know. It's times like this, I don't know. But anyway. I don't know. I got a few more tapes here I need to be organized. Jonathan Ross is over. I guess they're going to be going back to videos in a minute. What else did they play today? They played Take On Me twice. That's a cool video, too, where he's in the newspaper and she goes in with him. And then the lady throws it away when she comes out. She comes out of the trash can and everybody's looking. It's kind of weird. And then she takes the newspaper home and he comes out of it and he's real. And, let me see. And let me see what else did I listen to. I listened to that stuff I recorded on my birthday about them singing Happy Birthday to me, I figure I gotta get some me and Mary's adventures in here, I'm gonna add something to that tape. I just haven't been doing that lately, Haven't been doing it lately. Need to be though, you know, on this time alone, the rare time alone that we have. It's like, well, I heard last night I listened to that little Arista tape that I've got, and I haven't heard all the songs on it. Well, they got this very first song on the first side. It's called Mandy, and I can't remember how it goes now, but it's a cool song. Well, I just cooked that pizza a little while ago. I cut it in half and Mary and I split it. But I didn't have my second half because I was afraid flies would land on it. What else happened in school, man? All this neat stuff has been happening with me and all these girls. I don't think anything else happened between me and Jamie Sorrow. I mean, nothing is happening between us. Nothing at all, man. It's too late for this crap. It's too late for failure. It might be too late for success, but it's also too late for this dang failure. I'm tired of it, man. It's too late to just keep this crap happening, you know. The same thing's been happening for the last month now. Is that not enough? Is that not enough failure, 1 month of it? Can't we have a little bit of success here and there, you know? I mean, the flip book, yeah, that's fine. The poker machine, yeah. And the, of course, and then again, it's the same thing, you know, it happens. I mean, Dad having to drive us to school was a lot more rare than the things happening between me and Jamie Sorrow. It's just, it's too bad that I wasn't so outgoing back in when I needed to be, you know?